Hello and welcome back to Exposing Human Trafficking. Um, I just wanted to reiterate violence is not the answer. Exposing is. The reason why I talk about all the stuff that happened in my family and am airing all the dirty laundry is not because I've got a vendetta or I'm running a smear campaign. It's so that you can recognize the signs. This happened to me because a lot of people did nothing. I don't know if it's that they didn't notice. I know some knew, or some thought it wasn't their business to say anything. But this is why it happens. It's not like you all of a sudden get caught up. There is a foundation that's laid. There's grooming. There's all kinds of things going on. So, if you see a failed mother like mine, one that really didn't care too much. Yeah, she cooked and cleaned and stuff like that, but she let my stepfather do whatever he wanted. She didn't even have a telephone in the house. She wasn't allowed a telephone. If she needed to make a phone call, she either had to go to the neighbor or she had to go to the payphone because he isolated her. And yes, she is to blame as well, because there were many times that I begged her to leave him. And I told her I would go to public school and I would still do good in school. Just leave him. I didn't care if we lived in the projects. But she was too proud because she had her house. She didn't want to lose her house. And she didn't want people to know that she had had an affair. And the reason why she had the affair was to get revenge because my disgusting stepfather, a few months after they got married, decided to go and run off and have another incestuous affair with his cousin. You know, I'm ashamed of these people. These people are disgusting. But this is how human trafficking happens. And a lot of human traffickers will look for girls that come from troubled homes, like mine was, because they know that those girls already have psychological, I don't want to say damages, but psychological problems. Um, they've been abused and they're easier to mold. And they know just the right things to say to get these girls hooked into this mess. So I'm hoping that by being as honest and candid and telling you guys every last detail, that if you see a kid, it could be a girl or a boy because they traffic both, that has this kind of family dynamic going on, that it's going to turn on the light bulb in your head to say, wait a minute, there's something not right. And that you can keep an eye on this child and call authorities in so that these kids can be removed. As I've been telling my therapist the things that have happened, my therapist says I should have been removed from my home as a little girl. But nobody reported it. You know, I went to the high school guidance counselor And I told her what was going on. And what she told me was that this happened to a lot of girls, especially if you were pretty. You know, that the stepfather or the father would come and molest them. And that they didn't report it to the police because that would break up a family. And then you would lose money and everything. And my tuition would not be paid for. And I'd lose my education. That's how it was handled in the early 80s. When my stepfather should have been incarcerated. Money is never enough to stay in an abusive relationship. So, I hope with me telling you the nitty-gritty and the not so pretty, that this opens your eyes. Because there's so many victims out there that go through this. And it isn't until much later on that they finally feel safe enough to tell what's going on. You know, a guidance counselor wanted to arrange for a meeting with my family, which I said that wasn't a good idea. Because I knew my stepfather would act all nice and, you know, either deny it or say he was sorry. But I knew when we got back home, it would explode into violence. So, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that notification bell. And share so that there's not one more victim of human trafficking or child abuse. Thank you.